I am Whitnie Wiley, and I am joined by another great speaker from the Fearless Entrepreneur Manage Your Time, Manage Your Life Summit. It's Mary Jackson. How are you, Mary?
I am awesome. I am so happy to be here, and I'm really looking forward to this summit. It's going to be exciting, isn't it?
Absolutely. So, if you've been watching the prior interviews, you know that this summit is about inspiring you, motivating you to gain control of your time so that you can have more time to enjoy your life and to grow your business. And Mary is going to be part of the team helping you to do that. So, Mary, tell us a little bit about who you are and who you serve.
Okay, so I'm going to take my glasses off for just a second because that light is
I'm going
bright.
to take my glasses off so I can talk. I love that.
Well, because the light is so bright, you see all that, your light is like, ah. So I am a wife and a mother of three. I'm an award-winning author, children's author, but I'm also, like Whitney, we are best-selling authors, international best-selling authors with Fearless Entrepreneurs. I'm also a special needs and disabilities advocate. I live stream. I have two shows that are online. And so, this topic about managing time is right up my alley, because in order to do all of this and have three children, two which have special needs. I have an 8-year-old that is on the spectrum. So trying to manage all of that and then be able to do this and do their lives and the things that they're involved with really does require managing time. So that's what I'm here to talk about and to serve that part of our community, that is women who want to be entrepreneurs. And I struggled a lot in the beginning about that. I think I've always had an entrepreneurial heart, even back in high school when I was making little jewelry and hair bows for my girlfriends. And I'm like, I didn't even know why I was doing it, but I love to be creative, right? And make people smile and bring some joy that way. So when I was in the early part of motherhood, because I couldn't have children, I really struggled with, isn't this what I'm supposed to be doing with my life? And why do I need more? Why do I want more? Is there something wrong with me? I think a lot of women do, but we all have an inner spirit that wants to be heard, felt, and seen. So it is totally okay for us to stand up and say yes to ourselves and yes to that voice inside of us that said, I want to express. I want to manifest in this world in some way. So that's the people I'm standing up for, is to say yes to those things. And the title of what I'm going to be talking about is based about that, is balancing both those lives, because they're both very important. We are more than just a mom. We need to honor that and have our own thing as well as being a mom. And sometimes for moms, that can be all of it centered around their children, with whatever they're doing entrepreneurial wise. And mine is that way, but it's also out on my own as well, with things that speak to me and things that nourish my soul and my spirit. So I'm going to be talking about finding the balance between being an entrepreneur and a mom, and having some tips for those things, time management, balancing between those two worlds, some life hacks, some things that I have seen that work, some things that don't work. And definitely those things that you have to hold steady and true to yourself in your life every day in order to be successful. And some days you accomplish that and some days you don't, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a balancing act. It's about flexibility. It's about being adaptable. It's about going with the flow when necessary, and having some structure, right, when it's necessary. So it takes all of that. So what are three takeaways that the audience will get by listening to you?
So one thing is how to use your calendar very wisely in your life, especially if you're managing, because I'm managing myself. And then I have three kids. And even though I have one senior in college and senior in high school, I still, all the things that they do, I still have that on my calendar. So to me, that's like, if it's not on my calendar, I'm not going to be there. That's what I just said, right? We live by those things. So what I'm going to talk to you about is managing that calendar in a way that you can be more successful and accomplish more in your life. And I always try to book things out. I try to put them on my calendar as far out as possible. So then I can compartmentalize things I have going on.
Mhm.
Because how many times during the day do we think about a list of things we have to do and we're already overwhelmed and have anxiety? You could even
Yeah.
be, like that in your life. So for me, doing things out as far as I can on my calendar really helps me to be able to get myself organized. Some of that training I did PTO for 10 years. So I did service work that way. And that was some really good life training. And I use some of those skills still in my life today. And also being able to, I'm going to talk about managing your self-care time, because we have to keep filling ourselves up. And if we
Yes.
don't, then we're no good for anyone else. So, hopefully there'll be some things in there that, maybe somebody else is not doing that might want to try. And I hope I can bring some of those things to the table, but also how to market yourself and the gifts that you have, learning how to own and understand those gifts, because we all have those, but we may not recognize them. If you can go back and look at all the training that you've had in your life, what did you learn from all of that you can use now in your life to make you more efficient and even better at what you're trying to do?
I appreciate that, because I'm all about lessons, right? The things that we can learn. Every experience is a learning experience and an opportunity to help us to grow. And so, Mary, tell us, when can we hear you? You're going to be sharing all these fabulous tips and tricks. And so when can we actually hear you speaking?
Okay, I wrote it down. So I remember too, right? Because I haven't got my calendar for January yet. So that's like that thing I have to do this week, is get the calendar, because we're going into next year with things. But I'm going to be on January 12th at 10 a.m. Central Time. And I am super excited about this, and all the folks we're going to meet, all the folks we're going to hopefully serve and help and network with. It's going to be a lot of fun, isn't it?
Awesome. Awesome. So thank you for joining Mary and I, just to hear a little tease of what Mary's going to be sharing with you at the summit. So we hope you will join us then. It is January 11th and 12th. It starts at 8 a.m. Pacific on both days. 2 full days of absolute great speakers and coaches, entrepreneurs, who are going to be bringing you their best tips and tricks that will help you, again, to manage your time so that you can enjoy your life and grow your business. So we look forward to seeing you in January.
Thank you. I can't wait. I look forward to watching what you're going to be teaching. I'm going to be watching, taking notes.
Amen. See you then. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.